Hey everyone, it is Amp King 101 bringing you some Madden 15 gameplay of the MSE Sim League. It is week 4, and the Falcons are going up against the Minnesota Vikings. And after a tough loss to the Buccaneers last week, the Falcons put a lot of time in practice into stopping the running back, especially going against a running back the caliber of Adrian Peterson. And the Vikings really a powerful run offense. They got some good receivers, but definitely their star guy is Adrian Peterson. And the Falcons are going to start with the ball and try to run with Steven Jackson and don't get much there. So the game plan today looks really like trying to stop Adrian Peterson so that they cannot set up the pass. And we'll see if the Falcons can pull out a win after their very, very hard loss to the Bucks. They complete a pass there to I believe that was that was Harry Douglas for a 5-yard gain. And the Vikings defense, not the greatest defense, but got some solid players. And so we'll see if the Falcons can take advantage of that. And dropped interception there, trying to force a ball there, and it is not completed. And the Vikings drop an interception there that could have got them up early, but they will get the ball here anyways on that 3-and-out. And Matt Bosher punts it, and it goes out of bounds at the 39-yard line. And so we'll see if this is an offensive game or if this is a defensive game, because both teams have fairly low-rated defenses. And Minnesota has been able to put up amazing numbers with AP so far this season. And AP already off to a huge start. Gets about a 15-yard gain. It's an 18-yard gain there. And that is not a good start for the Falcons, as they let Adrian Peterson off with a huge gain. And again, breaking a tackle there, a missed tackle, and Adrian Peterson gets brought down after 8 yards. And that's going to be what the Falcons need to tighten up if they're planning to win this one. The Vikings cannot be allowed to run. Again, a big run for a first down there, 5-yard gain. Peterson not having been stopped at all yet this so far this drive. And the Vikings coming out in a pass formation here. And it will be an end around by Cordero Patterson, but it does not get a whole lot. It gets 3 on that one. And we'll set up 2nd and 7. Coming out in a run formation again. It is a run. A huge hole. Adrian Peterson hits it, and he gets a huge gain there, a 17-yard gain there. And they cannot allow this to happen if they if they plan to keep this score close at all, especially after that 3 and out that the Falcons just had. And Adrian Peterson again, this time he gets stopped for a 1-yard gain. The hole closing up very quickly. And Adrian Peterson, what can be said about him? The greatest running back in the league by far. Gets stopped for about a 3-yard or a 1-yard gain, another 1-yard gain. But the greatest running back in the league by far right now. There's just nobody who matches up to him. And the Vikings come out in a pass formation. And it is completed there. I believe that was Kyle Rudolph. And Rudolph will get them 7 points on that one. And that is not the way you want to start off this game. You get the ball first, you don't score, you go 3 and out, and then you turn around and you let Adrian Peterson run rampant on the defense. Put them in a position that all it takes is a simple throw over the middle to their tight end for a touchdown. That can't bode well for this game. And Matt Ryan makes a call at the line. And the ball is out, and it is not completed over Roddy White's head. That one was, Roddy White was open, but he is not able to get to the ball. And that will be an incompletion and make this 2nd and 10. Coming out in shotgun formation again. It's a play action. And the ball is out, and that is Harry Douglas for a huge gain there. A 22-yard gain. And that is what you need to see from your quarterback. Even when you're getting a ton of pressure in your face, you need to complete a pass like that. And a decent run. Actually, a very good run by Steven Jackson, a 9-yard gain, just short of the first. And Steven Jackson, they're really wanting to see a better game from him after the... even though he was the best player on the team last week on offense, and they get the first down there. On offense last week... still not a very good game for him overall. And there's a play action there. And that is to the house. Julio Jones wide open on the sideline. And he is open for a huge gain for a huge gain for the touchdown. And Matt Ryan reads that perfectly and gets that ball off just right. And that will bring the score 7-7. Falcons scoring much quicker this week. And we're gonna want to see the Falcons be able to put up scores like that, especially with the high-powered offense that they have. The players that they have, Julio Jones, Roddy White, Harry Douglas, the passing game should be a lot stronger than it really is right now. And Harry Douglas being somewhat of a factor this season so far, but We're wanting to see more out of... and it's intercepted by Paul Warlow. And Bridgewater, I believe, almost sacked right there. And he gets the ball off and throws it right to the middle linebacker, Paul Warlow. A terrible read on his part and a great play by Paul Warlow. And runs right into the defender but breaks the tackle and loses a yard. And Atlanta's really going to need to capitalize on this. They haven't been able to capitalize very much this season on big turnovers like that. And that one is overthrown. He throws that one to... and Bridgewater is out with muscle cramps. He will come back, but he is injured and has muscle cramps. But throwing it to the wide open back, but just not able to get it to him, and that one goes sailing over his head out of bounds. And 3rd and 11 here. And it's completed to Levine Toilolo over the middle. And we talk about it every week. You know, we don't see much from Toilolo, which, you know, is a shame because, you know, when you lose a player like Tony Gonzalez, you really want, you know, to see somebody be able to step up and at least somewhat fill that type of role. And there's a 2-yard loss on that one. But Levine Toilolo is young. He's got potential, but he doesn't have the ability to really shine right now as is. And so we don't really see much from him each game. And so it's good to see a play like that every once in a while from him. And that is a huge sack right there. This offensive line, you know, as we see every single week, cannot protect Matt Ryan. And Ryan just goes down again. It's either a rushed pass, or it's a sack, or, you know, just free, you know, runners coming through because of the lack of blocking. And that is a huge pass to Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas again being a factor. And if Matt Ryan can keep things going like that and not get shook up when he's hit in the pocket, and when he feels comfortable in the pocket, as long as he doesn't allow that pressure to get to him, I believe that he has a chance. But as we've seen week in and week out, that pressure just gets to him and he makes bad decisions. And there to Harry Douglas was a very good decision. And we'll see if the Falcons can capitalize here. And it's completed, and there's a touchdown to Levine Toilolo. Talking about Toilolo again. A good play by him. That's a curl route for a catch over the middle. And that takes some pretty good ability to catch when you're surrounded in traffic. And so that will be an 8-play drive, and that will make the score 14-7. And so the Falcons see the lead for the first time this game, and for the first time in 2 weeks. So last week and this week. And we will see if they will be able to keep that and continue to keep that lead, or if they will let Adrian Peterson run all over them again. And Adrian Peterson again makes a big play and gets about 15 there, 17 yards. Huge gain there. That is a difficult one if you're a Falcon fan, because this defense just looks terrible against the run. And you know, they had trouble against Doug Martin last week, you know. Their run game is not solid. Again, a big run again. And Adrian Peterson just proving that yet again he is the best running back in the league, and showing why he's the best running back in the league. He can find the holes, he can make people miss, and he can make things happen. And so the Vikings come out to the line of scrimmage, and it's a pass, and it is over the middle of the field on a slant to Greg Jennings. Teddy Bridgewater completing that one for a 13-yard gain. And you know, what do you do if you're the Falcons? You know, you're going up against someone the caliber of Adrian Peterson, but against a team that can still pass the ball. Oh, and Cordero Patterson was covered up until the very end. The linebacker pulls off of him for a second, and that is enough for Teddy Bridgewater to complete that one. But what do you do? Do you continue to blitz and try to, again, another big run by Peterson? But do you keep blitzing? Do you keep trying to stop Adrian Peterson and let the passing game open up, or do you defend the passing game and just do the best that you can against? And that is stopped just short of a touchdown there, just inches away from the touchdown. And again, Adrian Peterson putting up a big run with 8 yards. I don't know if it doesn't really matter what you do if you cannot stop. And there's the touchdown right there. Not able to stop Adrian Peterson from getting in. And that will tie the game up. And they kick the extra point. The extra point is good. And we will see if the Falcons' offense can keep the game close. And getting to the 23-yard line on that return. And we got 3 minutes left. It's second quarter. 3 minutes left into the half. They're calling an audible at the line here. And Steven Jackson returning a decent run. That one is for 6 yards there. And so far, the Falcons' offense has been lackluster, except for that one big play. By Steven Jackson. Their running game has been lackluster. Their passing game has made up for that, but their running game has certainly been the same level that it was even last week against the Bucs. And that will signal the 2-minute warning. The Falcons are going to want to put points on the board before the end of the half. And, you know, I say you put it in the air. You let Matt Ryan throw it. He's been having a decent day so far. They complete the screen there, but it doesn't go anywhere. In fact, that's a loss of 3 yards. Steven Jackson not able to make anything happen there. And they come back out. Minute and 44 seconds left. Calls an audible at the line. And he finds an open Toilolo over the middle. And he is able to get it to him for a 20-yard gain. Toilolo having a decent day. I don't know if you keep trying to run the ball with Steven Jackson much this game, if Matt Ryan is able to have a decent day. And Matt Ryan breaks one sack, but then gets hit right after that for a loss of 8 there. And it's 2nd and 18 at the 44-yard line. A minute and 4 seconds left. The Falcons still have all 3 timeouts. And they come back out to the line. And it is overthrown and almost intercepted. It's intercepted, but it's on the but he steps out of bounds as he catches the ball. And cannot keep both feet in bounds to complete that interception. So the Falcons will get another chance. It's 3rd and 18. What do you do if you're Matt Ryan? I say you let him fling it up and hope one of your players catches it. And he throws it short to Harry Douglas. And Harry Douglas will not be able to get very much there, only 3 yards. And they will punt the ball, 44 seconds left. Vikings, of course, use their timeout. And he kicks it. And that will bounce in the end zone. And that will start them at the 20-yard line because of that touchback. And now the Vikings look to score against the Falcons here and go up, or at least get into field goal position. And they throw the ball. Teddy Bridgewater gets it off, and it is intercepted by, I believe that's William Moore. That is indeed William Moore, number 25. Big interception by the Falcons there. This defense just putting up a great game. Like usual, that's the story with the Falcons. Even when it looks like the defense is struggling, they always seem to pull out a big play. And they pull one out there, and that one's just thrown out of bounds by Matt Ryan. He just let that one go. And almost intercepted there, but that one's dropped. And Matt Ryan comes back out in a passing formation. And he throws that one deep, and again it's almost intercepted, but it's dropped by the defense. And the Falcons will have to punt this one away. 13 seconds left after that incompletion. And they are going to try to angle this one high and out of bounds. And Bosher puts it out at the 7-yard line. It goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line with 9 seconds left. And I gotta believe that the Vikings are just gonna try to run this one to try to run out the clock. And indeed they do, and even if it's just to run out the clock, yet another big run by Adrian Peterson. And that will be the end of the half, and we are back at the third quarter, the beginning of the second half. And the Vikings will be receiving the ball. So far, good game, tied 14-14. Some big plays by both sides of the ball for both teams. A much better game than last week against the Buccaneers. And even though they haven't been able to control Peterson's run game, they've still been able to stay in this. And there's a lot of audibles being called. And that is completed to Cordero Patterson. He breaks the tackle, but is brought right back down after a gain of 1 yard. And the Vikings another big run by Adrian Peterson. The Vikings are such a great franchise when it comes to running the ball and when it comes to being consistent in running the ball with a guy like and a slant right there to Jennings for 6, and that'll be 2nd and 4. And they're doing a lot of short passes like that to these two good receivers. Cordero Patterson, a second-year player with a ton of potential, a lot of raw talent and a ton of potential. And I don't believe Adrian Peterson was able to get the first there. Fought, but only got 1 or 3 yards on there. But it's 3rd and 1, and I don't doubt that they'll be able to convert here, especially with the way that Peterson has been playing. And again, they convert, and he gets 5 yards on that one. 15 rushes, 134 yards. Adrian Peterson is the go-to player right now. And they have talent around them as well. You got Greg Jennings, the former Packer, who has great hands and is able to catch the ball in tight coverage. And then you got Cordero Patterson. He's not... and it's intercepted there, I believe, by Robert Alford. And it is Robert Alford, and that is a big play by just this incredible player who has game in and game out, day in and day out, put in so much work. He's been a rising star here and a big run by Steven Jackson. First big run by Steven Jackson that we've seen for a while. But talking again about Robert Alford, the dude just plays amazingly. Puts up big plays when the Falcons need him the most. And it's not his fault that the offense can't capitalize always when he does. So, you know, I expect to hear his name a whole lot more when he is here. Reminds me a lot of the former Falcon Deion Sanders. And they get a first down there. But we will see if he ends up turning out to be the next Deion Sanders, because we know that the Falcons really need a cornerback to show up, and that cornerback that has been showing up has been Alford. And so the Falcons are looking to capitalize and get a score here. And they need to put something on the board because they are having no chance. And the ball is out, and it is intercepted again by a Viking. And I'm not sure who that's Xavier Rhodes. Huge interception there by him. And talk about another great young cornerback. Rhodes just with a big game, a big interception there, a much needed interception. The Falcons really needed to put that one into the end zone, and the Vikings get chances again here, and the Vikings find an open receiver, and that one's to Cordero Patterson. And Teddy Bridgewater calling a lot of audibles and being able to confuse this defense. And Adrian Peterson gets about 4 yards there. And Adrian Peterson again with a big run. And that's about the 6th or 7th time they've run that play for great yardage. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep going right back to it. If the Falcons cannot stop them, I don't blame them for continuing to hit those. And it is caught on that comeback route to Jennings. And the Falcons defense is hurting right now after that interception by Rhodes. And the Falcons are really going to want to stop here. Can they get it? They get a incomplete pass there, but not the interception that they were hoping for. That one was to Cordero Patterson. And still at the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. I'm sure they're going to try to run this one in. And I don't doubt that they'll get it. Again, calling a lot of audibles, and again stopped for a 0-yard gain. But a big, but you know, with as big of a player as Adrian Peterson is, I'm surprised that they were able to stop him there. And it's incomplete. It's batted away by the defender, and that will be an incompletion. And they will force a field goal here. That'll make it 14-17. And that's the best that the Falcons could hope for after the back-to-back interceptions. One picked off by Robert Alford and the other one picked off by Xavier Rhodes. And trying to get some yardage there, but cannot, and he's brought down at the 18-yard line. Would have been better taking the touchback. And they make their way to the line. And it's intercepted. He was open. He was wide open. Correction, he was not wide open. But there looked to be that looked to be a catchable ball. And instead, Matt Ryan puts it where the defender can get it. And the defender does. And I believe that that's game. They put him right in scoring position. Unless they can keep them to 3 points again here, which I do not believe they can. The defense is tired. They just got off the field, and now they're right back on the field. We're back in. That was the end of the third. Back to the fourth. But when you have a defense go on the field, get off the field, and then go right back onto the field, it's tough for that defense to come right back out and make something happen. And Bridgewater's gonna run it, and it is almost intercepted, but they cannot make it happen, and that was Paul Warlow who batted that one away. And the Vikings again in a pass formation. And it's batted away, and they keep them to another 3 points. They're going to force the field goal here. And that is a surprise. I did not see the Falcons being able to keep them to 3 here. And that is a great outing by the defense. That is a best case scenario right there, unless you can get a turnover. And the defense gives the Falcons one more chance at least making somewhat of a comeback. All they need is a touchdown to get into the lead. We got 7 minutes and 47 seconds left. It is the fourth quarter. And Steven Jackson finds a big hole up the middle and gets the first down. Oh, he does not get the first down. He does get 10 yards, but he is inches from the first down. And they're going to try to run this one again. And Steven Jackson putting up some good numbers right now. I bet they wish that this is the way that he was playing in the beginning of this game. And Matt Ryan audibles. And he just throws that one away. Nobody was open. He couldn't get it to anybody. And so he just throws it away before the sack. And it's a play action pass. And that one's deep to Roddy White. Or no, that was Julio Jones. That one was deep to Julio Jones. I thought that was Roddy White because he came from the left side of the field, but that was Julio Jones. Great positioning and great read there. And waiting until his wide receiver was open. And tries to get that one off deep before he's sacked, but he can't. And it's an incompletion. And able to stop the sack, but they're able to hurry him up enough that they disrupt the pass. And that one's to Harry Douglas. And he only gets one on that. And that's going to make it 3rd and 9. And they really need to convert here. And it's intercepted. And he's going to run that one out. And that's going to be Smith, I believe, the free safety. Or possibly the strong safety. And that's a difficult one to watch because they were having a great drive. And a broken tackle by Adrian Peterson, but he's able to be brought down on the next one, but that's a gain of 6. And stopping this run is just painful for the Falcons. They're not able to put their guys where they need to be. This offensive line is just overpowering the defensive line. And that one's completed, a short pass to Jennings. And that seems to be the story of the day, is those quick passes to Jennings and Cordero, while Adrian Peterson carries the brunt of getting the ball down the field. And Adrian Peterson there, he's almost stopped a few times, but then he's finally brought down after 5 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 5. And it's still a one-possession game, but it's quickly about to change that. And Adrian Peterson breaking a tackle, finding the hole and getting 9. And the Falcons have got to find a way to stop this offense some way, somehow. And it's another run, and that one is a massive gain. That was about 20 yards there, 22 yards. And, we're seeing right now why Adrian Peterson has had such a great season so far. And breaks 2 tackles there, but is able to be brought down before he gets any yards. And the question really is what do the Falcons do at this point? It's the 2-yard. It's the 2-minute warning. You got 24 yards. They're at the 24-yard line. It's 2nd and 10. You cannot stop the run. You can't stop Adrian Peterson. So what are you supposed to do? Right now it looks like they've got a blitz. And it's not enough. A broken tackle, another broken tackle. 3 broken tackles by Adrian Peterson before he's pushed out of bounds. That'll be a 14-yard gain. And that signals the end of this one. They are in field goal position. I don't see Adrian Peterson fumbling the ball. And, you know, at this point, this game has turned out into just being able to stop Adrian Peterson. And they stop Adrian Peterson there. They don't call the timeout. And they just let the clock run out. And there is Adrian Peterson with another touchdown there. And I think that's why they waited to use the timeouts and didn't use them there, was because of the fact that if they couldn't stop him on that one, it was a touchdown anyways. And better to give them the touchdown and possibly try to move down the field somehow and maybe get a quick score and an onside kick than to waste the timeouts the way that they did there, or to waste the timeouts. And Matt Ryan's confidence has got to be shaken. And that one's completed to Julio Jones. And they run a hurry up here. And that one's to Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas gets taken down at the 36. And here we go to the Hail Mary. Can they get it in here and possibly get an onside? And that's intercepted, and that will be game. The Vikings win this one, 27-14. They're gonna come out in a looks like a run formation, and that is a tough loss for the Falcons. 2 losses in a row. When the game is within reach of winning, and they are just not able to make it happen. And the final score will be 14-27. The Vikings call a timeout there, I believe, to get into goal line and to nail the ball. And indeed they do. They will nail this ball. And that will bring the game to the end with 4 seconds left on the clock. And that is week 4. The Vikings will take this win home. And we will see you when week 5 is on the docket. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. And good night.